magic mirror.
Don't tell him anything! No!
This animated children's adventure has delighted many children around the world, but the film also touches on the dark reality of forced marriage, a human rights violation that many women still face in countries around the world today.
Thelonious, you were saying?
What I mean is, you're not a king yet, but you can become one. All you have to do is marry a princess.
Go on.
So, just sit back and relax, my lord, because it's time for you to meet today's eligible bachelorettes. And here they are!
Of course, in the movie Shrek, the practice of women being forced into marriage is simply treated as a part of a charming fable. In this case, Fiona's parents come up with a plan of arranged marriage where their daughter will marry whoever saves her from a guarded castle. This becomes a foundation for the comic plot of the film.
A cape-wearing girl from the land of fancy. Although she lives with 7 other men, she's not easy. Just kiss her dead, frozen lips and find out what a live wire she is. Come on, give it up for Snow White!
But forced marriage is actually a tragic reality in our world today, with experts estimating that at least 13 million girls are victims of such abuse each year.
But don't let that cool you off. She's a loaded pistol who likes pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. Yours for the rescuing, Princess Fiona!
Number 3, my lord. Oh, okay. Number 3!
In fact, over 1/3 of all marriages in the world's poorest countries are forced upon the women involved, most of whom are children at the time. Those who resist are often beaten or killed, sometimes by members of their own family. Moreover, these barbaric practices are often continued among immigrant populations in some first world countries.
Take drastic steps. Kick to the curb. Don't mess with me, I'm the stair master. I've mastered the stairs. I wish I had a step right here, and now I'd step all over it.
But where's the
dragon?
During Shrek's mission to rescue Fiona from her castle, Fiona comes to the realization that she should be free to follow her heart in marriage. Although required by the rules of her family to marry Farquaad, eventually Fiona refuses.
Donkey, look out! Ah!
A little unorthodox, I'll admit, but...
In this scene, Fiona gains confidence in herself and breaks free from her life of oppression with the help of her new friends. In a dramatic twist of events, she eventually chooses instead to marry Shrek, instead of a man who was forced upon her without her consent.
No.
Why not?
I have helmet hair.
Please, I would look upon the face of my rescuer.
Oh, no, you wouldn't. Dust.
But how will you kiss me?
What? That wasn't in the job description.
Maybe it's a perk.
No, it's destiny. Oh, you must know how it goes. A princess locked in a tower and beset by a dragon is rescued by a brave knight. And then they share true love's first kiss.
At the outset of the film, Fiona is the archetype of a woman trapped in a repressive social system. She is treated as an object or property with no will and feelings of her own. This is the reality for women in all societies that practice forced marriage. But in the course of the story, she comes to understand her dignity as a human being, and she learns to exercise her freedom and fundamental rights. Just as Fiona's newfound freedom restores her dignity in this film, let's all work together to help secure that same freedom for millions of women and girls who are at risk. In that way, we can take one of the most inspiring lessons of this fable and make it a greater reality in our world.